read the graphic novels and watched the film. I had seen the film, I rewatched the film. Just wanted to, it has a real fan base, and I wanted to, explore that and be familiar with the material. And even though my character doesn't exist in the film or the graphic novel, as she is in our show, it felt important to me to know, what we were inspired by and based on.
I wasn't into the world before I got sent the script with the idea of auditioning for it. And so before I read the script, I watched the film, actually, because of the kind of genre head I am. I wanted to be able to form my opinions of whether this was an okay adaptation of the thing. And then once I settled on that, I was then I read the graphic novels also. And so yeah, it definitely, I wanted to be aware of what people were coming to it with. You just want to be informed as to whether you are supporting or destroying something.
Well, actually, they were building the sets as we went. They weren't really ready. So actually, we weren't seeing sets until we were on them filming. And it was oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
So
everything is very divided up between all the stages. So it's not, we have to do the acting part about imagining that it's all connected together for us. So we didn't get to enjoy it like that. Yeah.
On set, all the cars were around and you kind of wandered into all of them and you're like, where am I?
Sometimes you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
Some of us actors would just walk, because in the tail, that's all I saw. So I would, on lunch or dinner, I would just disappear and just go discover what the other lives were, and then be like, fuck.
Yeah.
God, I want to stay here.
Yeah.
You literally go to some of these cars and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Even David said, the utensils? You have utensils? It's simple thing, but it's not just utensils in the first class. I mean, it is luxury.
Yeah.
It's luxury, and there's tank, there's fish.
Yeah.
It's come on.
It's beautiful. My car, or the night car, I have to say, is the best. It's insane. It's insane. So I was like, wow, I lucked out. My life is awesome.
I'm there's all of us like this, and this is how we're hanging out all day, and it's dark and dirty and nasty, and then these folks get these beautiful.
The spaces are very confined in some senses, as I think they would be on a train. So acting in them feels like you're there. They're very, very realistic feeling.
I have a funny story. My first day, my first scene, I'm having this very serious scene with David, and these plants are jiggling behind him. And at first I'm like, what's going on over there? Why is this? And then oh, duh, because everything's gonna be moving. But it was day one, Okay, you gotta get used to this.
But in terms of shooting, they did great things. A lot of the cars, you could take walls off, so they could do long tracking shots along the outside of them, where you're looking through bunks and stuff, and being able to get wild, weird angles. James Haas had this tendency to he would get your mid and your close and your wide, and then have a camera just somewhere weird, just to get, maybe we'll want it. And in watching some of the cuts, you used a lot of that stuff, because some of those angles are really fast. They actually tell you so much about the geography based on where you are looking from,
He's come to set a couple times, which is great, but he's been very generous and supportive in letting us tell our own Snowpiercer tale. We couldn't just make it a charge, take the engine and move straight linear to the engine. We needed to flesh out a world of each class, and then say, now we got to take the engine. There's an interesting quote from one of the writers in the foreword, one of the graphic novels, that talks about there are as many Snowpiercer stories as there are trains that could circle the Earth. And I like that concept. I like it, and I like that now that we're entering our second season, it's really our characters that are dictating the story,